More than 30% of the United States population is projected to relocate by the end of 2023. This mass exodus can be attributed to several factors, but among all the states, there are 10 cities that people might be leaving drastically. Unfortunately, my city is the third one on the list. Who knows, I may be leaving soon. Number 10. Dallas, Texas. Dallas is facing rapid growth, but also significant challenges, leading to high rates of people leaving. Compared to other Texan cities, Dallas has become more expensive for residents. The cost of living, including housing, transportation, groceries, utilities, and fuel, has increased. Home values have surged, with the average home price reaching $375,000 in March 2023, marking an increase of 15.4%. Renting a one-bedroom apartment also saw a 9.6% increase to $1,250 in April of that year. Dallas has high crime rates, surpassing many other large U.S. metropolitan cities like Houston, San Antonio, and Austin. Dallas residents face various natural calamities throughout the year, including extreme heat in summers and freezing winters. They also have to deal with tornadoes, hailstorms, and other severe weather events. In February 2023, winter storms caused power grid outages and widespread water shortages, resulting in at least 21 deaths and approximately $18 billion in damages. Number 9. Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas has attracted many people in the past decade due to its vibrant culture, thriving tech industry, and affordable living. However, some residents are now leaving the city due to several changes. The rising cost of housing is a major factor, with the median home value reaching $635,000 in June 2023, after a 32.5% increase from the previous year. This makes Austin one of the most expensive housing markets in the country, making it unaffordable for many middle-class families. Rent is also high, averaging $1,800 for a one-bedroom apartment. Traffic congestion is another reason residents leave. The population growth has outpaced infrastructure expansion, resulting in lengthy commutes and frequent traffic jams. In 2022, Austin ranked as the 13th most congested city in the world, with drivers spending an average of 104 hours per year stuck in traffic, according to INRIX. Environmental issues are also affecting Austin, with extreme weather events such as heat waves, droughts, floods, and wildfires. In February 2021, a winter storm disrupted electricity and water supply, causing shortages that affected millions of residents. Number 8. Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford City has experienced a significant decline in its population in recent years, with a loss of nearly 2,000 residents. Currently, the city has just over 100,000 citizens. The population decline has had a wider regional impact, as Connecticut ranks among the states with the highest outbound migration rates, placing third worst on the list. One of the key factors driving these figures is the high taxation rates in Connecticut. Residents feel the burden compared to those in other states, as state and local taxes average about 12.6% of income. Additionally, personal income tax can reach nearly 7%, and businesses also face additional corporate taxes of around 7.5%, along with a sales tax capped at 6.35%. Connecticut is known as one of the most expensive places to live in the country, with a cost of living quotient around 27% higher than the national average. Hartford specifically has faced economic challenges due to the slow recovery from the Great Recession and ongoing effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. This has resulted in significant job losses in key sectors such as finance, insurance, manufacturing, and tourism, which are primary employment options for many locals. Number 7. Lake Charles, Louisiana. Lake Charles, Louisiana is a city that has faced multiple challenges in recent years, from natural disasters to economic downturns. According to a New York Times article, Lake Charles had the highest percentage of people who left the area in 2020 than any other metro area in the country. The article cites postal zip codes and change of address requests as indicators of the exodus. One of the main reasons why people are leaving Lake Charles is the impact of Hurricane Laura, which struck the city in August 2020 and caused widespread damage and power outages. Many residents lost their homes or had to relocate temporarily while waiting for repairs and insurance claims. some decided not to return, preferring to avoid the risk of future hurricanes and the humidity of the region. Another reason is the lack of federal aid to rebuild the city and its infrastructure. The state has requested $3 billion from Congress to help Lake Charles recover, but the money has not been approved yet, leaving many residents frustrated and hopeless. In addition to these factors, some people are leaving Louisiana for other reasons, such as better job opportunities, closer proximity to family members, or retirement plans. According to a survey by LSU's Public Policy Research Lab, 72% of those who left Louisiana in 2019 did so for a job in another state. 12% wanted to be closer to family members in other states, and 9% left when they retired. These trends suggest that Louisiana is facing a population crisis that could affect its economy, culture, and political representation in the future. Number 6. Detroit, Michigan. The exit from Detroit has been driven by various factors, with economic opportunities emerging as a key reason behind people leaving the city. According to data from Moody's Analytics, Michigan ranks 10th for outbound migration annually. Detroit has been widely known for its long-term population decline over the past years, grappling with endemic urban decay, poverty, crime, and alarmingly high unemployment rates. Another contributing factor to departure from the city is the cost of living and security issues. Recent records reveal that Detroit remains one of the most violent regions in America, with an average of over 1,900 violent crimes committed per 100,000 residents within a year. Number 5. Boston, Massachusetts. Boston, a city known for its rich history, culture, and education, has been experiencing a recent trend of population decline. Surprisingly, Massachusetts ranked 7th on the most moved from states list in 2022, with more people leaving than arriving. So, what could be behind this shift? One major factor is the high cost of living. Boston is notorious for its expensive housing, taxes, and utilities. The median home price skyrocketed to $699,000 in May 2023, making it increasingly difficult for residents to afford living there, especially after the pandemic affected job stability. The pandemic also brought about a shift in work dynamics, with remote work becoming the norm. This newfound flexibility allowed workers to choose where they live, independent of their office location. Many individuals opted to move to places with lower costs of living, better weather, or closer proximity to their families. Number 4. Chicago, Illinois. According to data released by the National Association of Realtors, Chicago witnessed a decrease in its population from 2021 to 2022, which is projected to persist in 2023. More and more individuals seeking larger homes and cost-effective options are now turning their attention towards the southern regions as their preferred relocation destinations. The leading driving force behind Chicago's outward migration is affordability, as the city's high taxes, housing prices, and utility bills significantly differ from national averages. Chicagoans face some of the highest property tax rates, with an average rate of 2.16% compared to other cities. The real estate prices in Illinois are above the national average, with the average home price at $275,000, almost on the same level as Texas. This high cost of living extends beyond housing expenditures, as residents also face expensive monthly electricity bills averaging $114, in contrast to North Carolina's $88. Moreover, Chicagoans struggle with job scarcity and sluggish economic growth. Between 2021 and 2022, Illinois witnessed a decrease in population size by around 141,000 people, largely due to job seekers moving to more diversified states. The crime rates and violence pose further challenges in certain parts of Chicago. The city has been labeled as one of the areas with higher homicide rates per capita, with an estimated ratio of about 24 homicides for every 100,000 residents in 2022. Number 3. San Francisco, California. San Francisco, California is a highly expensive and densely populated city in the United States. However, in recent times, many people have been leaving the city for various reasons. Projections indicate that San Francisco's population in 2023 will drop to about 715,000. Marking a decline compared to previous years. The population reached its peak in 2019 at 883,305. Several factors contribute to this decrease, including high housing costs, low birth rates, natural disasters, and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Ranked as the third most expensive city in the US and the seventh most expensive worldwide, San Francisco entails significant financial burdens. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city averages $3,642 per month, more than double the national average of $1,621. Furthermore, utilities, transportation, food, and healthcare costs surpass the national average. For instance, a basic lunchtime meal in the business district costs $21, while a gallon of gas costs $5.19. Many individuals are leaving the city in search of more affordable locations where they can enhance their earning potential and reduce expenses. Number 2. Los Angeles, California. Despite being one of America's most dynamic cities, many individuals have decided that departure from crowded Los Angeles is necessary now more than ever. Recent statistics from California's Department of Finance indicate that roughly 211,000 state residents departed between July 2021 and July 2022 alone. Though an incredibly captivating territory for personal growth, diversity, culture, entertainment, landmarks, and a lot more, it remains one U.S. city that has become increasingly costly and unaffordable in terms of housing. Many locals cannot afford the skyrocketing median prices of $825,000 for purchasing a home and average monthly rents of $2,500. Which has rendered many families homeless. As a result, many have left the city, and many are planning to leave. Moreover, the crime rate in Los Angeles continues to escalate at an alarming pace. In particular is the notable surge in criminal activities like shootings and robberies. Statistics reveal that there were nearly 437 reported homicides within the city in 2022, marking an approximate 50% increase since 2019. This rise in crime can be attributed to various factors, such as police reform measures, gang activity, and social unrest. Consequently, a sense of fear and unease pervades the local community. Number 1. New York City, New York. New York City is experiencing a significant loss of residents, as indicated by a recent survey conducted by Siena College Research Institute. Approximately 30% of New Yorkers intend to relocate from the state within the next 5 years. This trend is primarily driven by several factors, including the high cost of living, increasing crime rates, inadequate quality education, and limited opportunities. The Black population has been particularly affected, with a decline of nearly 200,000 individuals over the past 20 years. Many Black families are choosing to move to southern states due to advantages such as lower taxes, improved housing options, and greater economic growth. Notably, during the first quarter of 2023 alone, over 10,000 New York residents migrated to Florida. The decreasing population will undoubtedly have an impact on the city. It can affect political representation, tax revenue, cultural diversity, and social services. In order to ensure the city's continued viability and resilience, New York City must address the issues that are driving people away and devise strategies to attract and retain residents who can positively contribute to the city's well-being. This is the end of our video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. That way, we'll book you a passenger seat on our upcoming video travels. In the meantime, check out this cool video right here.